What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. So yesterday I dropped Billy off at the airport, took the rest of the day to stick around and edit and upload as many videos as I could, because the last 6 days here in Florida I'm going to be fishing as hard as I possibly can, chasing this 10-pound fish. So I'm at Lake Jackson today, which is just east of Kissimmee. It's a smaller body of water and the wind's going to be blowing today, so I wanted to put myself in an easier area to fish in the John boat. So that's something I've kind of learned about Florida, is even like a 10 or 15 mile an hour wind on some of these bigger lakes, it's so damn flat out here that it just creates these wild rollers and it makes it a little tough to fish in this boat. Hopefully today will be all right. With this wind and all these sparse lily pads everywhere, I haven't really even stood up to see if there's any hydrilla or any other grass, but I think a chatterbait's going to be money. Probably a weedless swim bait. I might try a little bit of topwater action, but I don't know. We got a water temp of 71.5. We're about to get fishing. Also, before we start making some casts, I want to thank Top Fishing Deals for sponsoring this video. If you guys have not checked out Top Fishing Deals, make sure you click the link down in the description below. It's your one-stop shop to find all the best fishing deals across the entire internet. Any website that sells fishing gear, they go in and condense all the deals, the sales, the clearances over every website online, and you can find them all at one place over at topfishingdeals.com. So click that link down below, go check them out, and thanks again for sponsoring this video. Let's catch some fish. First cast, Lake Jackson. I rigged up a chatterbait with a Kraken crawl on the back. With this wind and grass and pads, I'm gonna try just working the bank a little bit, move some water, and then start hopping around. Might fish the middle a little bit too. Wow, there's a lot of beds around here. Oh! They're in the pads, boys. Look at that bandito fish right there. Literally, right in this hole. First fish of the day. 4 feet from the boat. That was sick. Awesome. Maybe we'll get on a flipping bite. Yeah! Alright, bud. See ya. Oh yeah, probably a pound. Sick. Fish number 2. Bite. So what I did was I put my flipping setup on my actual flipping rod with braid, or punching rod. I put on a 1/2 ounce tungsten weight and a flipping hook, and I switched the bandito over to Blue Baby. Pretty much the same thing I caught that fish on earlier. I just switched over to the braid because of how heavy the grass is. I want to have something strong enough so I'll be able to rip them out of the grass if they get real thick. Ah, I wish I had spot lock. Oh, very next cast. Yes, this is so much fun. Sweet, another one. They're definitely stacked up in this standing grass. So I got both of the fish in this standing grass. I'm gonna spend a little bit of time and really pick it apart. They say if you're catching a lot of small fish in one area, there's probably a big one sitting around too, especially this time of year during the spawn. That's what we're looking for. Big mama jama. Number 4. Flipping bites on, boys. It's a little bit bigger. Just a little. Not bad. See ya. I'm sitting here eating lunch. Stood up, first cast, just caught that fish. Yeah, loving this bandito bug. Been throwing the chatterbait around for a while. Haven't had any action on it. I'm gonna try this spinner bait. I really think I can get some sort of moving bait bite going. I just gotta figure out exactly what they want. I'm gonna try this War Eagle spinner bait. It's a 3/8 ounce. kind of that natural color. The water is actually not dirty. It's more tannic than anything. I have a silver willow leaf blade and a gold willow leaf blade. This thing should really put off a lot of flash. I think it's gonna work too. Try it for a little bit. Oh! Ooh, better fish. Spinner bait. Oh, he choked it. Yes, yes, yes. There we go. Number 5 on the blade. All right. I think that's going to be a little bit quicker to throw. I might be able to catch more fish with this thing than flipping too. Unless I really locate them, then I'll slow down. Pretty fish. All right, so I've caught 5 fish so far. 1 on a spinnerbait. Sorry, wait, so that's 6 fish. 2 on a spinnerbait, 4 on the Texas rig punching setup. So I've been moving down this bank from the very top, and I've been out here for about 2.5-ish hours. It's really shallow. This whole body of water is pretty shallow, like I think 5-6 feet max. We have tons of different kinds of grass. We have standing grass. You got a lot of pads. You got some hydrilla mixed in, and then whatever this stuff is. I don't really have any idea what it's called. Tried a couple other baits. I've tried some top water. I've tried a weedless swim bait, and I've also thrown the chatterbait around a bit. But the spinner bait and the bandito bug on the punching rig seems to be what's working best. So I'm going to keep focusing on the pads and standing grass and just flipping and throwing the spinner bait. I don't know, nothing over 2 pounds yet. Open. Oh, but that's a fish. What's going on, number 68? Ooh, spinner bait. Wow, they are choking this thing. I mean, getting the whole thing in their mouth. Sweet. This is about the same size as the other ones I've been catching. Number 69. I'm starting to realize a lot of the fish that I've caught today have been on the backside, out of the wind, like in the slick spots behind the pads and standing grass. Where are the big ones at? That's what I want to know. I was watching Scott Martin's latest video last night. Him and Rob were fishing, and he was telling Rob not to shake his bait so much. He's like, the fish in Florida like their bait to move forward and stop. So that's what I've been doing today, and it's, I mean, I've been flipping a lot, but once it's gotten to the bottom, I'm just kind of working it back this way. Seems to be getting the job done, and I think that Scott Martin probably knows these Florida fish pretty well. All right, flip it. That was so cool. Awesome. Fish number 70. Look how fat that little guy is. He's healthy. They're here. All right, well, I'm able to get out of the wind for just a second here, hiding between these reeds, but I want to show you guys this Texas rig setup that I've caught the majority of my fish on today. I'm throwing a 7.6 heavy, flip and stick, punching rod, whatever you want to call it. I have 65-pound braid to the Corrado DC, and this is a high speed, so it's 8-to-1. That's what you want. You want the 8-to-1 because it's going to help you catch up with that fish and be able to crank him into the boat as quickly as possible. Throwing a half-ounce weight that's pegged, a 4/0 Gamakatsu flipping hook. I use the snell knot on here, and the reason you want to use a snell knot is so when you set the hook and it applies pressure, it makes that hook stand out like that and catch the fish's lip. I probably should have gone with 2 stoppers there. This one's like kind of weak, but it'll work. I'm glad I'm not flipping a 1 ounce weight right now. Normally that's what I would be punching with, but I'm really just aiming for the holes and getting into these slick spots behind the reeds and lily pads. It seems to be where the fish are chilling. I'm also throwing the spinnerbait on a 7.3 medium heavy. I have 40-pound braid on there, just straight to another high-speed Corrado DC. Usually I don't throw spinnerbaits on braid, but with all this grass, pads, reeds, literally everything that they can get wrapped up in, it definitely helps. Oh, that was awesome. Oh, man. So freaking cool. So if you guys do end up trying to do this, if you've never done it before, I haven't had too much experience really punching or flipping like this in these super heavy pads. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, a couple suggestions for you. Really pay attention to your line. Feel for that bite. Like I felt that on a slack line with the braid, and I just went straight into slamming the hook. I didn't even take a second to think about it. Keep pressure on that fish, because that one, as you could tell, was all wrapped up. And just keep leaning into them. That's why I switched my flipping rig setup earlier, because I had it on fluorocarbon. And I knew if they were up in these pads, I was gonna need some braid. And that's where that 65-pound braid comes into play. That was insane. Oh my god. Oh, that was kind of ridiculous. That fish hit my Texas rig like a freaking top water. Wow. Oh yeah. Sick. Awesome. Find a big one, and that hook set will make sense. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. Goodbye, number 73. That's where I'm gonna call this one. I'm super tired. Back at my favorite pilot in America, the Kenansville Flying J. Well, I'm dumping all my footage from today right now, kind of looking over some clips, just trying to make some room on the computer because I need to catch up with more editing because I have so much footage on here. I've almost maxed out the terabyte. I'm watching a little bit of Curb Your Enthusiasm and about to get ready for bed. I got called out by another YouTuber today, and he's actually coming here. He's gonna stay the night in his truck, and then we're gonna have a little 1v1 tomorrow. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. I'm definitely stoked. We're gonna be fishing Lake Garcia. Haven't been there. I don't think he has been there either, but we're gonna see what happens. I'm really excited to get a little tourney going. It's gonna be a good time. Today was a lot of fun. Got a lot of numbers and really struggled to find any big fish, but it was ridiculously fun flipping those pads and just ripping those fish out of there. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for me. Stay tuned to the next video so you can see a 1v1 tournament. I'll see you on the next one.